From the over-the-top stunts to the self-inflicted negative publicity and media attention, these are some of the things we have by now gotten used to when it comes to Eric Omondi. But Erico has been doing the most of late, rubbing heads with nearly everyone he comes into contact with. We know the cliche that any publicity is good publicity, but the way Erico is moving, he might need to check himself for his own sake. So what exactly is going on with old boy Erico? What's up guys, welcome to another edition of With the Facts, and as you may have read from the title, we're going to try and break down Eric Omondi's recent antics and the thinking behind it and perhaps possible outcome of his stunts. But before I go on, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss an upload, because it's going to be bangers from here on.
Amkeni bwana, amkeni bwana, amkeni bwana, amkeni, amkeni bwana, amkeni. Ai, watu waamke bwana, watu waamke.
Now we all know Eric Omondi as the comedian who can do it all: acting, music, and more recently, sensational stunts. Erico certainly works hard in his craft. I mean, the guy has one of the largest following on social media, and that must tell you something about his impact in the Kenyan entertainment scene and fans in general. Over the past few years, Erico has transitioned and redefined his comedy, a move that is very necessary in the fast-paced digital age where you can easily be forgotten after going viral. These days, Erico is more focused on a type of art called cringe comedy, which by definition is a comedy of embarrassment in which the humor comes from inappropriate actions or words, usually popular in television shows and film, but occasionally in stand-up as well. Also, I don't know whether he knows this, but Erico, through his Wife Material show, has adopted the mockumentary style of comedy where he is basically poking fun at documentaries and reality TV shows which have the same format. Speaking of Wife Material, I just want to briefly discuss the theme of the show. There's been a widespread belief that Eric Omondi has been using the show as a brothel to get laid by some of these stunning ladies across the African continent. Of course he's denied this, but come on Eric. The most recent winner of Wife Material, a South Sudanese model known as Ayen Monica, went to social media to claim that she was heartbroken by Erico that he didn't keep his word on marrying her despite beating other contestants to the quote-unquote prize. Someone should really have told Monica that this is Eric Omondi we are talking about. I mean, the guy went in front of the whole country to make a point about success using an Airbnb in Karen, which he claimed to be his own, only to come out a few days later to say, "Bro, ni Erico, what do you expect?" Then came the explosive drama with his now alleged baby mama, Jackie Maribe, and I won't go too deep into that because there's a child involved, and oh well, we all know how that story went. But just to recap, Eric was being interviewed by a YouTuber and called Jackie Maribe during the interview, and the pair went back and forth in full glare of the cameras about parental duties, and when the hot flames of the stunt became too strong to control, Eric went on social media to basically disown Maribe's son, only to come out later with a drunk Maribe on camera again to apologize and promise to be more cordial with Maribe, whom he once again claimed to be his baby mama.
Oops. What? Child. Anyway, So
this is where things get interesting. Erico seemed to have noticed that the recent back and forth with Jackie Maribe was detrimental for his brand, even by his own standards. And thanks to his mastery of stunts and the Kenyan audience, he knew he needed to shift attention and talking points fast. This is where the beef with artists come in. Again, we know how that story went. Erico went out to call out the Kenyan music industry, accusing the industry of being asleep, and went on to narrow down to specific artists, including the OG Calligraph Jones. By the way, I have a video on the rise of Calligraph Jones, link in description if you'd like to know how Cali rose and stayed at the top of the music game. For now, back to Eric Omondi. Now the thing with Eric's recent comments is he may not be wrong after all. It doesn't sit right that the Kenyan acts headline and act as opening acts for foreign artists in their own turf. That's just all sorts of wrong. I'll give Erico props for igniting the conversation. But again, we have to question the motives here. Eric Omondi is a comedian. Why is a comedian suddenly so invested in the Kenyan music all of a sudden? I've never seen Nadia Mukami or Otile Brown call out the films industry for whatever reason. They are purely focused on their respective crafts. But anyway, let's assume Eric's intentions are pure for a moment. But it comes as a bit suspicious that Erico is playing savior for the music scene at the back of two explosive online controversies surrounding him with the wife material and Jackie Maribe drama.
Sijui huyu jamaa tu hata nyinyi mnamuona kwenye machanganyikiwa sana mambo yake. Kwanza kusema ati Eric Omondi is an opinion leader mpaka anaweza ongea about mambo ya muziki. Hiyo ndio mimi na piece off. Eric na Jalas ni comedian. Waachane na sisi. Hawajui wenye inafeel kwa msanii in a time of a pandemic. Msanii si kwenda kuchekesha watu kwa Instagram. Eric 90% of his content ni kufanya mangoma za TZ. Kwa akiziimba in different renditions. Kuna mangoma ngapi zimetoka Kenya tukali tu. Kwanza wewe tu wewe ndio the biggest champion of Kenyan music. Yeah. Places zenye sisi as artists go wrong.
Sauti Sol's BN clearly read through Erico's BS and called the comedian out on Jalango's show, saying Erico had done nothing for comedy, yet he was here calling out Kenyan acts. Now it isn't all the way true that Eric Omondi has done nothing to further Kenyan comedy, but BN had a point by questioning Erico's motives. What it looks like to me is Erico's game plan is simple. Ruffle a few feathers and shake the showbiz game in Kenya to be the center of talk because, like I said earlier, relevancy is everything in this game. Also, with the negative publicity spilling over for the comedian, Erico now needs to cling to a noble cause because he needs to stay relevant, and what better project than the Kenyan music industry? Anyway, tell me what you all think about Eric Omondi and whether his stunts are justified in any scale. I would love to hear it from you in the comment section. This has been with the Facts KE, and I'll see you guys in the next one.